Okay, this is Madison Bailey, and I'm going to be showing you one-dimensional arrays, how to make them, how to learn about them, and going through them. So there are many different ways that you can make one, and there are different types that you can make. I'm going to show you two examples. There are different types of arrays, integer, string, and many more. But I'm just going to show you integer. They're all made this same structure. Okay, sorry, excuse that. There's the first way, and then here is the second way. Sorry. Sorry again. Okay. Okay. So there's not much difference between these two, just besides the n, and the similarities are, well, this is telling you the type. So the structure of this one goes the type, and the way that the code knows it's an array is if you have these bars, and this is the name, and this just shows you it's new, and then you repeat, and then right here is the length of it and how many boxes you're creating. So and the difference between these two, obviously right here it's the same, but right here, instead of just telling you how many boxes, it's filling in those boxes. So, but you can do these in different steps. You could do these, so like this one, you can do it in, first you could put int a. That's just making an array. Nothing's in it, just making it. And then in the next line of code, you could go a equals new int 6. I changed the name, but whatever. This is making 6 boxes. And the way you fill, and for both of these steps, you have to fill them in now. Or I guess you don't have to, but if you're going to, this is how you would do it. You would go a 0, or whatever box you're filling in. So whenever I make this line of code, I'm saying this array, the name of it, is six different boxes. And so the length and the indices are different. The length is 6, but when you're trying to access one of them, it's through the index. So there's only 5 indexes, but the length is 6. So if you're trying to access one of them, so I would try to fill in this one, 0, and say I would make that 5. Well, actually, I'm just going to follow this one. So I would make it 1. And so that would come over here, and I would fill this one with 1. And then so on and so forth. You'd go A1 equals 2, and so on and so forth. So I would come over here, fill this one in 2. So say I wanted to go through every single, let's just fill all these in. I wanted to go through every single one, and I wanted to increase each number by 1. I already wrote out the code for this, and it would look like this. So whenever you're going through this, I'm going to trace the code. So I'm going to make the boxes up here. Okay, so you'd make a box for I, so So right now I is equal to 0. And, okay. So you're first going, I is less than, so what's the length of this? The length is 6, so I is less than 6. I'm just going to cross that out. I is less than 6. So every single time you go through this, you're going to increase it by 1. So if the array, that array, and that index, so right now it's 0, so if that one at the index of 0 is not null, which it's not, null means empty, then you're going to increase it by 1. Okay, so then you go here, increase it by 1. And then this increases, and then you go back to here, is 1 less than 6, yes. And then you go, all right, not null, go here, increase it by 1. Okay, this is 3. And then you would increase this by 1, and then you would check is 2 less than 6, yes, and you would keep going through it. And so, yeah, that is the basics of one-dimensional arrays.